Alright, guys, we are rolling.
Okay, I actually texted you the note.
Alright, we're rolling. Alright, go.
This made me want to Doctor Strange.
Where were you close?
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Cut! Welcome.
We just saw Doctor Strange, Dawn of Trolls 2.
They're eating her, and now they're gonna eat me.
Oh my god!
I was thinking of a completely different Trolls.
We have 5 people in the car. It's insanity.
It's a Armageddon in a cell car.
And we also, I took a light, and apparently it's like the brightest. We're literally seeing God right now.
It's the surface of the sun.
Every time Anthony moves, he like casts shadows that are murdering us.
I haven't told anyone yet, but I have this rigged as like a death-proof car. So one of you's gonna die by the time the night's over.
Not it.
I mean, I'm pretty okay with that, honestly.
So, who wants to start?
Oh, cool. Oh, we're on a thing? Awesome. We saw Doctor Strange. Cool.
Based on the part when he's
spoilers, by the way.
Oh,
spoilers. Yeah. When he's like I'm not even in the frame. when he's like rewinding time, and he's like gooba goo, we must bargain, and then he kills him in like a million different ways. When I saw that scene, I'm like, they should have called this movie Life is Strange.
So should you just say your rank?
It should have been Life is Strange.
God damn it.
I hate.
Dude, he was literally just like woo woo and like rewinding a bunch of times, and his name is Strange.
Yes,
anyways, so what do we think about this?
I'm trademarking
one at a time for that.
I'm gonna start I'm trademarking that because I know people are gonna make that joke. Don't open my window. Do you know how condensation works?
Do you know how condensation
Can we
doesn't
talk
work?
about the movie?
We are talking about the movie!
What?
He's gonna have fun editing this.
Oh man.
So I liked it, like, a lot.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot up until like the last third. Now I just like it. I just liked it.
Well, your opinion doesn't matter because you're not even in the movie at this point.
In frame.
Your turn, Dan?
I adored this. I thought it was probably one of the best looking Marvel films we've had.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
If
All
this
the
doesn't get an
LSD
Oscar
shit.
for best visual effects.
It
then-
needs to win.
Yeah.
It needs to win.
This was very 70s Doctor Strange, when the only people who read Doctor Strange were stoners. They would look at Doctor Strange and be like, whoa.
And fittingly enough, they do make a drug reference.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Like,
LSD,
what is
right?
this? PHP? LSD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like they condensed all of the creativeness and like the CGI to like the first act of the movie.
Not really.
No.
Well, like you just said, like the acid trip, except when he visits Dormammu, like just being like flung through the universe. That's when all like the crazy shit's happening, and the rest of like the magic crazy like visual shit is just like.
Well, could you honestly watch an entire movie of just an acid trip?
It'd be difficult.
The movie needs to
No, I
breathe.
just wish that the creativity was spread more throughout the thing.
It wasn't
like
already.
like in the first act we had that, and the third act we had that for like a second when he visits. But
He was my favorite character. Don't make fun of him.
When he goes into the mirror world place.
When he does Inception like 5 billion times.
Yeah, when they do
10.
8,000 Inceptions.
I think I accidentally texted you my SSN.
What?
Doctor Strange, it was a good movie, guys.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'll be totally honest.
Anthony's like checking his phone. No, I just my notes. They should have called it Hannibal Lecter versus Sherlock Holmes, because those were the actors.
I think in like the middle, like when he turned to see the Sanctum Sanctorum, and it was like
Rick Santorum?
103A or something. I think that was a very overt Sherlock reference.
Yeah, the Bleecker Street thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
they're gonna put a Baker Street.
You think
thing
that's
in.
Yeah,
that's an
that's what I
overt
thought too.
Sherlock reference? They literally have the actor for Hannibal Lecter get his mouth muzzled.
That's a good point.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're great.
Oh shit!
I was actually really giddy when that
That
happened.
is a
I'm
good
like,
point, actually.
that actually happened.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
I didn't even think of that.
He's Hannibal. He's not Anthony Hopkins. Like I'm 200 and I'm in Westworld.
Well, he's like, oh,
He's amazing in Westworld,
I have not
by the way.
I've not seen
That means
Westworld
there's
yet.
2 Hannibal Lecters out there, right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
from the
true.
TV show, which is actually superior to the movie series, even though Silence is like the best movie ever.
yeah.
Well, but I'll just mean that, of course, Mads Mikkelsen. He was in this, and also Anthony Hopkins is in the MCU as well.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say
Odin.
Anthony Hopkins was in Doctor Strange. Like, I thought that was Stan
Well,
Lee.
they mentioned him.
Yeah, Odin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
shit.
He's Odin.
Welcome back.
You're talking to a
All
Marvel
these
guy.
like cannibals
You're
running around in the
talking to-
Marvel universe.
You're talking to an MCU guy here, so I know this
Yee,
stuff.
boy.
Oh man.
Okay.
I mean, I've made it clear for fast. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a big MCU fan, and again, this is just right up my alley. Everything,
Of course.
like the humor, all the visuals, the characters, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I think I really like this movie. The
Magic's cool.
The first act was pretty rushed in my opinion, but
Well,
it wasn't that bad. It was just like
I could understand
it was
that.
just like he went up to that guy and talked with him. He's like, "Oh, I went and saw a guru." Cut. He's in Nepal, like searching out for a guru.
I actually agree. I think that
Yeah.
the most
didn't bother me.
the most rushed part of the movie probably is like from start to like when he appears, like when he gets to like all like the sorcerers. Like I know what you mean. It's
Yeah.
just like he's on the screen for like 2 minutes and then like car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of
literally.
exaggerated.
I'll admit
That's a bit
sometimes
exaggerated, but
Marvel
that was
films
pretty
get
fast.
The best.
Well, I feel like there was no need to establish him much further than what they did because
I mean, it's not
basically
that big a deal.
he has the exact same characterization as Iron Man.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Comparing
Full
him to
himself.
Iron Man. In Iron Man, I'm pretty sure in Iron Man 1 we get a lot more like Tony Stark in the beginning, like building up before he
Oh, sure.
he made the
Yeah, it's like
switch.
the first act of the
Totally.
movie, him just building it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that was the very
Iron
first
Man's like the best
MCU
Marvel
film.
movie
This
still.
This is 14.
Yeah.
Well, not maybe the best,
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
This is 14th by comparison. So at that point, they're like,
Yeah.
we already know you've seen stuff like this.
I know. It seems like they. Like
I feel
you
like
said,
that, but even though it was kind of rushed and just really kind of quick, I feel like they didn't
No, they didn't
drag
do
it on for any longer.
saying
than
it's
it
a little
needed.
I
worse
agree.
than how Iron Man did it is like that's like almost every Marvel movie. It's like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've gotten to a point where there's just so many origin stories that they're just
Was
kind of
this phase
like, all
4?
right, well, we're just
Yeah.
getting him in.
This guy gets into that accident. Boom, he's a superhero.
Yeah. There was a lot to do anyway, so they kind of had to rush
Yeah, they
it.
kind of had to.
Yeah.
But I just found it kind of
Yeah, we know
humorous
he's
though
done it before,
sometimes.
so yes, he's a superhero now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they didn't do the thing in the beginning of Age of Ultron where they literally had like a montage of them over time like doing science experiments and like muted talking like we should do this. Let's pour this vial into here. Science.
Yeah, it had like the
Science, bro.
orchestral like Hans Zimmer music, like yeah, and they're just like talking and like pointing at.
Yeah,
papers,
exactly.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo are just like pointing at like blank papers.
Yeah, after a while, it's like they could have started doing like the chicken dance.
I know they couldn't because it would have been boring as shit.
Yeah.
I wish that they showed more of like a progression of him doing magic because literally he went from I can't draw a circle
Yeah.
to I'm blue level now, which I guess is like top level.
But I think
What is
there's kind of a point where like, I think this film kind of understood too that it's so ungrounded in reality, which is the point that like it was just kind of all right, fuck it, they get it.
Well, is this the first time magic is at? Well, does Thor count as magic?
Thor doesn't count as magic because in Thor he said, "Oh, it's not magic, it's
Yeah.
technology. This is magic."
Thor
I could
Thor
say,
won.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Does Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver count as?
No, because
No.
They're
technically
mutants. They're mutants.
they're not mutants
Well,
because they
well,
retcon them from not being mutants.
Well,
Well,
they're
fuck that.
enhanced
The
because it's
cinematic
not
universe doesn't count.
Even in the fucking normal Marvel universe, they retcon them that they're not mutants
Okay,
anymore
yeah,
because the X-Men aren't allowed to exist. But that's a different rant.
okay,
Is Hulk a
you get
mutant?
the point. This
No.
is the first magic MCU film.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's
Fantasy.
is Hulk?
It is.
Pure
Is Hulk a
fantasy.
mutant?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Fuck.
what?
Technically, Hulk is mutated, so
He's literally a mutant. It's like
Yeah, but nobody wants to bully him like
The
as if he's
existence
Don't
of-
want
serious.
the
to call him a
existence-
mutant, otherwise
the
it's like.
existence.
Yeah,
of,
exactly.
the existence.
You know, he's like,
of-
you remember the first scene of the Avengers when he crashes down to the train station and punches Thor off screen?
Yeah.
That's what happens if you call him a mutant.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a mutant.
just the word mutant has like single-handedly caused so many problems for like everything Marvel related.
except for the fact that it might not be any longer. But that's just me having a tinfoil hat
I
on.
know. That's a rant for something else.
I already ranted about it on the shop,
Yeah.
which you should check out. On
and I
Page
informed
Flip.
Alex about your rant.
Page Flip.
And not knowing anything about this
What
movie, I actually didn't know if it was like in normal cinematic universe because you have like stuff like Deadpool or whatever.
No,
But-
this is
Yeah. No, I figured that out when Thor pops up drinking magic beer.
Yeah.
That was great. That was the post-credit
funny.
sequence. That was.
These are. I guess we should probably get to it now. Those are some pretty solid post-credit scenes, I will say.
They're actually
Yeah.
like my least favorite post-credits.
The first one, since we just said Thor, they're bringing up the fact that I guess we can say Stephen Strange will be in Thor Ragnarok.
Maybe.
I think
Maybe.
I think that I'd say cameo.
Unless they were able to
Minor
keep
role,
it
yeah.
like the most
Come on.
under wraps out of anything, I don't think he's in it.
Just because they say in like Doctor Strange will be back, and he's like looks
There's
right
a-
in the camera and he's like, "We'll team up, Thor."
And there's a
Just
fact-
because.
Well, don't forget Infinity War. Don't
Doesn't
forget
mean
that.
anything. Like what? Like 10 years
Yeah.
ago, Thanos was like, "Oh, guess I'll have to do this myself," and he's like nowhere to be found. So
8 movies later,
Still waiting.
yeah, I don't.
he's standing there with the glove on the planet
Just
the whole time. Like, God, I'm gonna do this.
Well,
I'm insisting on it this time.
But based on
Howard
what I'm
Duck
saying is
feels it.
based on how they treat the post credit teasers like that, I doubt it'll be like the immediate movie. Because isn't
Well-
Ragnarok like this year or next
Well,
year?
next
Next
year.
year.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's a like behind the scenes photo of Chris Hemsworth with like a card that's apparently like Stephen Strange's addressed.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, again, take this with a grain of salt. I'm betting at least a cameo. I'm not thinking because I know that's still a Thor whole
Yeah,
movie.
I
so
agree.
I think it might
cameo
be.
at best.
I think it might be something that's just happening in the background, and they kind of occasionally reference that's happening.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Also, I just want to a thing that popped in my head as I was thinking about post-credit sequences. Best tweet ever. James Gunn said, "Want to announce my next Marvel movie is going to be comprised of entirely post-credit sequences."
I don't know who that
He's
is.
the
James
man.
Gunn, he directed Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've yet to see Guardians.
How have you
You're
not
not
seen
one.
Get
What?
Get out.
Get out.
Get out of your own car.
Get out of your own car.
Hey, I can name 5 better movies than you've seen. Maybe.
Because that's what this video is about.
This video is no longer about Doctor Strange. We're now gonna.
Yeah,
Doctor
it's taking
Strange.
a
It's not about Doctor Strange
twist.
love.
I'm sorry, I made it.
Dan, put the link to the shop again where we made this exact same joke.
I have more notes.
Can we plug our show?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
plug
it.
your show.
Plug.
Follow us at Sabres, Faves, and Lasers.
Is it
Oh,
plugging
my.
for the end?
You can listen to us on iTunes, Podomatic, and we have our YouTube
And you
channel.
can follow me on my blog, Rowdown Movie Corner. That is rimoviecorner.blogspot.com. Shameless plug out of the way.
And you can follow me and Dan
We'll do
on
that at the
multitudes
end.
of social medias.
We'll do
And on
Yeah, Twitter.
Moviepoopie, which I am soon to cameo on.
Yeah, I promised you a cameo, and I've never texted you about
I'm gonna
it.
play Dark Souls and I'm gonna play Bloodborne, which Dan will purchase with his money for his PlayStation 4.
Cool. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Doctor Strange.
Well, we were plugging in the middle for some reason, so I just had to
I
throw
was
that
just
out there.
joking. but,
So I just wanted to talk about so I was like the whole time mechanic's a little broken. Like
Time travel
I-
almost never.
Oh, Doctor Strange. Well, Doctor Strange is within himself broken.
I know, but like they
yes.
hadn't really brought the comic book broken like paradoxes in that badly before. But this one straight up is just like, all right, well, basically anything that happens, Doctor Strange can come and be like, rewind the VCR, we're back.
There's 2 things about that I want to talk about. One, Doctor Strange being broken, and 2, the Eye of
Agamotto.
Hammurabi.
Agamotto.
Harambe.
Shut up.
Cultural references.
Pew 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 pew.
People unironically use air horns.
What were
in,
you
like,
gonna
music.
say?
So the Eye of Cthulhu,
I will accept Eye of Cthulhu. Go.
it's a Terraria item.
Go.
Very structured show.
The Eye of Quasimodo.
Oh my God.
Let's get to the
Just
point.
say your point.
Get
Well,
on
I'm
with
trying
it.
to remember. Get on with it. I'm trying to remember. Because Anthony's on his phone. That's distracting
So-
me. So the Eye. I watch. I literally have not seen a trailer for this movie. I don't know shit about like Marvel comics. I just like read The Dark Knight Returns like 50 times.
Okay.
So and All Star Superman like 2 times. So I watched like 10 minutes total of like comics explained videos, or was it Comic Historian, like the same person, and I was under the impression that this little relic thing was like Spidey Sense Plus. Like, oh, someone's gonna kill me now. Like, I didn't know it was like woo woo woo.
The Eye of Agamotto does whatever they need it to do.
Is that a comic thing, or
Yes.
is that like the
That's a
cinematic
comic thing.
universe?
Well, I'm assuming there's
messes-
multiple continuities and stuff where they do different things.
Bendis nerfed Doctor Strange a while back, and then the current writer Jason Aaron unnerfed him.
That's also another thing I know. Apparently, classic Doctor Strange was like God level.
If Doctor Strange showed up, everyone else was fucked, basically, at one point.
Isn't he like what are like all the God people in Marvel called, like cosmic
Gods.
Cosmic level?
Yeah, like isn't Doctor Strange like around there? Like,
Yeah. Doctor Strange.
Well, he used to be.
Classic Doctor Strange was up there.
Which
yeah.
Doctor Strange is this? Because you said this was like 70s Doctor Strange.
He's kind of he's God level. I think he's working up to being God level Doctor Strange. But this is showing him like learning shit. So he's like, I'm not positive about all this. So he's like,
How much time went by?
all together? I don't know. I'm gonna assume like 2 years,
What
maybe.
was the running time of the movie?
There's like a formula.
I don't
Like,
remember.
Because he learned. Because first he's like I can't do it with the portals and like
Yeah.
two
Oh,
sparks
cool.
come out, and like 10 minutes later he's like the portal master.
no,
so like
because
I'm
he got
assuming
the cape.
The cape had nothing to do with it.
But the
thought the
instant
cape
he
just
got the
lets him
cape,
fly.
he like was able to do the shield things.
He was able to do that before.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, but it like kept turning off on
how
him.
does the cape work? I don't know. I thought
It
just
makes
let
him fly.
and punch people.
Oh yeah, and the cape's also
Mildly
amazing.
sentient.
The cape is
The cape is like the magic carpet from fucking Aladdin,
Yeah,
basically.
that's what I was
And it's
thinking
so funny.
too.
Literally.
That one guy and you see the cape going like,
Yeah, like
That
the
was-
slap
that was
the
fantastic.
best.
shit
The
going
best
on.
moment in the movie was when Doctor Strange falls over that like landing onto the stairs, and also he just comes up with the cape on.
Yeah, that was like
And
that was like
that
the
was-
greatest shot ever.
was great.
That might be like one of the best single moments ever in Marvel history. Like I like went.
Wong was amazing also.
Oh yeah,
I think Juan might be my favorite, one of my
Is-
favorite new side characters.
yeah. I love
Yeah,
how they
right.
introduced him because I've been reading like the current Doctor Strange
Which
stuff.
is really
I'm
good,
not,
by the way. Follow Doctor Strange in comic books.
Yeah, like I don't really know a whole lot. I just know like the current continuity. And Wong was like a great character, and I'm so glad they set him up very well in this because
Yeah.
Wong's so great.
Like he's just stone faced around. Like, what are you know, Adele, Beyonce? Because it's like, what is it? Just one Wong, one name, like Adele,
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Oh, also that's another thing. I knew well because I know Doctor Strange is Sorcerer Supreme. Like that's just a
Well,
thing.
now he is.
Yeah, well, so I knew the Sorcerer Supreme had to die because that's just the only way that would happen. And I was like, oh, they're just gonna kill her off right now. They kill her off in the most brutal way possible.
Agreed.
Like,
Yeah.
These have some brutal moments.
oh my god,
Nice movie,
she just
yeah.
like smashes into the ground. And you
His
see the
car
whole
crash
thing.
was pretty brutal.
Yeah, his car
That
crash was-
freaked me out.
Yeah, this film
It
definitely
wasn't
had
even-
some of the most brutal moments in any movie.
I don't know. I
I
have
mean, to be
like,
fair, this was directed by a guy who did nothing but horror films before this.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's kind of
What's
what
his
you
biggest
needed
horror
for
movie?
this, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the guy who directed this did Sinister, The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I saw that. That was
yeah,
good.
yeah, basically he did a lot of those films. So yeah, you can definitely tell like he brings some of his own elements while still keeping it, Marvel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, some of the most brutal moments in every movie. Like again, the
when he was
crash.
listing horror films, and it was like Fanforistic, but that was too late.
Not that horror.
It's horror in its own right.
I've also never seen that, and I'm.
Well, yeah,
Well, that's
you never
okay.
seen that? You never seen that Fantastic Four, the new one?
You
I
mean
haven't
you've
seen
never
any of-
stabbed yourself?
Down to watch it.
You've never seen Killing Yourself Slowly with Pins and Needles?
Yeah. You've never once
That's
gone
a
into your
subtitle,
kitchen
by
and
the
just
way.
started stabbing your eyes out with your own forks?
Isn't
Have you
then
never
used
watched
it?
paint dry for 3 hours and then it said you cared about it?
So Doctor Strange, you should go see it.
Yeah.
I just had
Can I
this.
get back to Doctor Strange then?
Yeah, let's go. Jesus.
Doctor Strange is goodly. You go see it with your money dollars.
Is
Well-
this costume complete? Is it gonna like change next movie?
No,
Iron
that's
Man releases?
basically the
Yeah.
Doctor Strange costume.
I'm not
Yeah.
too familiar with this costume. I always figured him as like gay,
Robe.
gay Ra's al Ghul.
Robes,
Oh my God.
cape.
That's what he dresses.
He has a cape. That's his
Well, he
costume.
doesn't have the eye currently. He like put it away. Right?
No.
I also like how he right after Mount Everest scene, he's like, I feel like I should have a moment of change, and he shaves his hair,
Nothing.
beard into a goatee.
And
I like that.
you kept making fun of me. There was a lot of what Dan would describe as Anthony Noyes movies in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Like by the end of it, Anthony likes to, when he's watching a movie, like he needs to audibly confirm to himself that it's okay. So he goes,
I was
like-
sitting next to him. I didn't
yeah.
notice that.
Well, I think you moved over because
It's
you were
like an
eating the
ar-
Reese's.
Yeah, later.
And he just starts going.
I did
Or
that. I
if
think I
something
did
bad
that.
happens, he goes.
I did that once when Mads Mikkelsen's like mouth got covered.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, it's warm. I don't know even what. Oh, it's because of the condensation.
Well, no. Is there anything else to really talk about?
Best visuals in any Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
that's
this-
phenomenal.
This was legitimate contention for winning an Oscar for best visual
think it
effects.
should
Who
win.
directed this one in particular?
Scott Derrickson.
I don't know. What the fuck.
You directed horror movies like we just said.
We just talked about
Them.
some
I haven't seen any of
I don't think there was
This-
ever a moment where I didn't
Fantastic.
like the CGI in this. This
No.
was like really
No, yeah,
no,
this
no,
seems-
no.
Oh god, there's one time where I actually didn't like it. It was like a really weird, but I don't remember what. There was like this one thing. There was like this one scene where I felt the CGI was like just subpar. I don't remember. Oh my god. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Let me check my notes.
I really liked the ancient one was also really good, despite the original hating of the casting
Yeah,
decision.
she wasn't like of that ethnicity or whatever.
She was solid. Like
Very good.
Like I never
We've-
really get into that stuff. I recognize it can be an issue in Hollywood, but I don't really like talking.
As long as like the acting is good.
And
she,
yes, she
yeah.
was good.
I mean, if we've learned anything,
And we care about
over
the character.
the past few months, that nerds just unanimously hate women. So
Even though that's not true.
Yeah. Well,
I read an
internet
article
nerds,
about
you
it.
know,
I read about it on the internet once.
like trolls hate women. That's pretty much the gist of it.
trolls.
Yes. Haven't you watched the current season of South Park?
Yeah. Haha.
No, Trolls, the Pixar movie, hates women.
Oh my God! No, let's not get into that.
Not Pixar.
anyways.
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry, Pixar.
Oh my God! Stop.
Yeah, you
talking.
need to apologize to
Pixar
Pixar.
unsubscribed.
To be fair, Trolls is probably better than.
We had Pixar as a subscriber? That's amazing.
Everybody go on Twitter and go onto the Pixar Twitter. It says you've been blocked by Pixar.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
love
But yeah. Also, yeah, the post-credit sequence was like, both of those were pretty amazing. When I saw the second one, I really thought that was Tony Stark. Yeah.
What does that
Yeah.
shirt mean?
And then
XCOM.
he's just like, I'm evil now because my
Isn't that the disease that
questions
turned
and
Michael
morals
Jackson
have
white?
been
This is
challenged.
we are having an unrelated
Oh
conversation.
no,
yeah.
that's vitiligo.
Also, because this
Not
movie was so
Vic
weird,
Leo.
I recognize that they're like, she's taking from the dark world. And I'm like, so is the reason it's bad because it's called the dark world?
Yes.
Is that really like the only reason they give not to take from it?
It's just
Logic.
Yeah,
it's just like it's
I
like
understand
Because
PG-13.
Dormano's evil. Don't you know? He's like the evil. Hashtag evil is bald.
It's just
He's like the second most evil thing.
it's like
Okay, here's the
the dark
question.
side.
Here's the
You
question I
read
want
the
everyone to
dark?
think. No. Do you know who played Dormammu?
No.
He played Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch
Really?
played
He does.
Dormammu?
Remember, he did motion captures for Smog in the Hobbit films. Same
Yeah.
thing.
And then in
Oh,
that
the deforestation of smog.
and then in that scene where he's talking with Dormammu,
They should have had
they
Martin
actually had
Freeman
Martin
play him.
Freeman as a CX.
So
Or
again,
Sherlock.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Not really.
He plays Dormammu. And
I thought he was British.
Doctor Strange's feet were huge.
So hang on. I actually do have one complaint that I got over like almost immediately.
What?
When Benedict Cumberbatch first started talking, I was like, "Oh, is this going to be the voice he uses?" And then literally like 5 minutes in, I didn't notice anymore.
I liked his
I was
voice.
worried about that too because like when
Well-
British actors like try to do an American accent, you think to yourself like, oh, that's so obvious.
If-
They're trying to
yeah.
pull that off.
Well, he's-
but it seemed like he was legitimately.
He's improved a
American.
lot because when I saw what was that Johnny Depp gangster? what was it?
Black Mass.
Black Mass. It actually kind of annoyed me a little bit. His accent in there.
Isn't Black Mask like a year old?
Yeah.
A couple of years.
But-
Oh, he really improved
year
then.
old, you're right.
It wasn't that
He Doctor
bad.
Stranged himself and improved his accent.
Yeah, it
he
was-
went to a temple on the top of a mountain. It's like, teach me how to accent.
Yeah,
The end.
it wasn't that bad. He just kind of sounded like, "Nah, I am from America." Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it,
But
he's
he's
like
improved.
he's like a surgeon or whatever in the beginning, right? If,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if House MD can do it, like I'm American, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much to the point where when I actually saw Hugh Lowry's actual accent, it confused me.
I don't think I've actually. I think the only thing I've actually seen Benedict Cumberbatch in that I can remember is the first Hobbit movie.
Did you not see? Have you not seen Sherlock?
Never seen
Was it?
Sherlock.
Get
wasn't
out
in
of
the
your
first
own.
Hobbit
Wasn't really
movie.
in-
All I know is they copy a scene in Death Note in,
I mean-
in one episode.
I mean, he briefly like appears in like motion capture, but again, you wouldn't notice if you didn't actually know.
Was it
Yeah, that's-
Necromancer?
Yeah,
The first one?
unless you knew that, you wouldn't know. It's like, oh wait, it's
is, that,
Benedict.
is that bad guy a cosmic entity? What is
The guy whose name I'm blanking on. He's the Doctor Strange villain, basically.
Caecilius?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Basically, in
No,
the-
not Hannibal Lecter, the ghost, the space ghost, coast
Space
to coast.
Coast to Coast.
Dormammu.
Dormammu.
Wait, so when he gets him stuck in a time loop, before
Yeah,
in the movie they said that if he got
Edge
stuck in a time
Tomorrow
loop, he wouldn't
meets
be able to get
Marvel.
out of it. But
Did they say that?
yeah, they said you
think
can't
they-
use that because you could cause a time loop and you'll get. Would you want to get stuck
Well,
in it?
could.
He said
Not
he
will.
could. He said could, not. He was doing it.
Isn't it
main-
established that Strange is like the biggest like wizard prodigy ever?
Yeah, he's like the best wizard. He's the best wizard of all time.
Yeah,
He's a main character.
yeah. Well,
He's
yeah,
the
he-
best at it.
Yeah.
He's so good at
Family
it.
Guy got it right in the Star Wars. You know, we got like 5 main characters on this ship or whatever. It's the main character movie magic. It's actual magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has not only he like read a book and it was like main character magic. If a camera crew is following you around at all times, that means you won't die.
That is true.
Which is why he surrounds himself with cameras during that scene where he got stabbed. Oh, spoiler alert! He got stabbed.
Oh yeah.
We already said
We
spoiler.
already said spoiler.
We said spoiler alert like 40 times.
In the end,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange wins.
Yeah, because movie.
Good guys win.
Because it's a movie.
But yeah,
It was a great addition to the Marvel franchise.
Indeed.
Without doubt.
I was super happy with it.
Me too.
Especially as somebody. Well, Civil War got me back into Marvel, but before that, I wasn't really that happy with
Yeah.
Marvel. I was kind of bored with it, but I'm really kind of into what they're doing right now.
What movie like pissed you off? Like Thor 2?
I think
like
I
went to
pissed
see
off.
that?
I just kind of got bored. Like after I saw Ant-Man, I just got really bored.
Not seen
Because-
Ant-Man.
I don't know. I just
You can't-
I pretty much forgot it right when I got home.
Jesus Christ.
Please don't fume.
I'm not fuming. I'm just saying you're basically falling into the internet curse.
Hmm?
The internet doesn't like superhero films.
No,
The
no, I
internet
love
loves superhero
films.
movies.
Well,
I read superhero comics.
It's almost as
I
if
meant-
the internet
it was
is
just that-
Dan, hold your bag up. Prove it.
They just kind of did the
It's
same
almost
thing a
like
lot
the
for a
internet
while,
has
and
2
then-
billion people using it, and there's both of those
and there's
kinds of
split
people.
opinions.
I think I have 2 more notes.
You wrote Hellblazer in there.
I wrote 3 more notes.
Oh my god.
Okay, who's the biggest authority in
It's a
Doctor
really
Strange?
well
You?
thought out-
Hi.
Dr. Professor Strange?
Yeah, Anthony would be.
It's a really structured show.
Hi there,
It's-
comic expert.
I saw
Yeah.
a 5-minute
We work
video.
really hard on our
It's very it's
structure.
scripted.
I told you
Yeah.
my only
This was all
experience
scripted.
with Strange is like a 10-minute video, like the election. The only
Ha ha. Let's bring politics into this, guys.
Nice
It's a great idea.
political joke.
Anyways,
I'm Alex Jones's son. So the 10 minutes of YouTube videos, my only experience with them. I've never read any comics, haven't seen anything, watched him in anything. I learned that his weakness is like science related.
Kind of, yeah. It's
Kind
dumb.
of. Like how they say Superman's weak to magic, but not really.
Yes. Superman is weak to magic.
But not no, he's just not especially resistant to it.
Yes.
So with how is it? What do you quantify as science? Like that was actually that was bothering me since I like watched that video, and I need Anthony to explain this.
I
And like
feel like-
and cite. It's like
I feel like this
that's
isn't
like a
going to be
process.
relevant in this universe,
Like
though.
what? No, but like how does that work? Can Tony Stark make a gun? Like this gun fires exactly 25
Oh my God.
science. Like
Let's
how do you, like how does that? That's just like a method.
also
It's not like a thing.
That also doesn't make any sense because he's literally a doctor.
I think I think they just cut that out.
Yeah,
of
that
this.
part doesn't count.
It seems to be pretty faithful to the besides
Getting into a more awesome concept because I'm awesome and you're not. I really kind of, I still kind of think they might be inching towards like a multiverse thing with this,
Which would be awesome.
because they literally flat out said like you could cause multiple timelines.
yeah, they said that there's just multiple universes. There's
Which leads Cadence to my X-Men rant.
well, this is the first. This is the first time that the multiverse.
And Fantastic Four coming back.
Yeah.
If you listen to my insane paranoid rambling.
Oh God,
Why
is
don't you
Fantastic
run-
in the same universe?
No. It means that Marvel and Fox may have made a deal. If my tinfoil... Dan, do you have any tinfoil I could borrow?
I
I
could-
need a hat.
Is
put my
Fantastic,
bag over
Deadpool, and the X-Men movies in the same universe?
Not yet.
Jesus Christ.
Why doesn't Anthony run Marvel Studios?
Because if I ran Marvel Studios, there'd be so many
no, it'd be
movies.
so comic accurate.
There would be so many
It'd be
movies no one
people
gives
would
a
be
fuck
like,
about.
I don't get this, and you're like, you have to read the comic.
Now that
There would be so many movies no one cared. Why are you making a great Avengers movie? Because it has to be done. She-Hulk is next. There are so many things I have to get done before we set this up. Someone make a Silver Surfer movie. I have lots of things I need to talk about.
I think Silver Surfer is probably like the concept of a superhero, probably like aged the absolute worst.
That is incorrect.
He's
because the
literally-
current
he's a
Silver
Silver
Surfer
Surfer.
is
Current Silver
amazing.
Surfer comic is
Surfing-
amazing. I will
surfing-
murder you with a stake.
Oh, bring
God damn.
Thank you, Monty Python.
bringing this back to Doctor Strange. I actually think a big problem that superhero movies have is that it's there's a weird forced. What
Sorry,
are you
I'm
doing?
just bracing myself. You're about to kill us all.
Man.
There's a big kind of forced-ish thing with the costume, the name, a little bit, and I think Strange was probably one of the better done.
Yeah,
I agree, yeah.
Well,
It's not a
he does
super-
have
it's not a
wow,
super
Doctor
well-sounded-
Strange coincidentally does strange things.
Well, that's a strange.
They made him up in the 60s.
His name is not really weird, and his costume is basically just a monk outfit with a
cape.
Yeah, and he gets the relics throughout the movie. It's not just
Here.
it's you know what you should be called, son? Captain America. And they throw a complete outfit on him. I think that this did the name and the costume one of the best.
Yeah,
unless
I can
anyone
see
else
that.
can think of an example.
Yeah.
The Iron Man did it really good too.
Well, his name was Tony Stark. That has nothing to do with. I guess it rhymes. It sounds like Spark.
Well, he meant the last one. Folks. I am Iron Man.
Yeah, that bit.
Oh.
And you wrote Hellblazer, and you have yet to bring it up.
Hellblazer. I know a little bit about Hellblazer.
Okay, what does it relate to right now? I'm going to kill you.
Please make a point.
Is Hellblazer? He's fucking Doctor Strange.
Oh, magic!
Magic.
You were in the right, and I wasn't.
Knowing a little bit.
Also, Doctor Strange's a magician. I'm just stating things.
Knowing a little bit about Hellblazer and not knowing about Doctor Strange, after watching this movie, especially with the Klabu guy, the
Dormammu? How do you not remember it? They said it 80 times in a row.
that is
Dormammu.
You know, we have to bargain. Well, when he's talking to that guy, I'm like, this is some. I'm happy that something like this is added to the Marvel Universe, because not only is this, we're adding multiverse and time travel for the first time, and we're adding
The actual magic.
and we're adding non-cop-out Thor magic for the first time. This is also the first kind of at least the impression I get from this, not knowing much about Doctor Strange, first huckster-esque character. Because when I think of when I was watching that scene, I was thinking of Hellblazer, where he's just duping all these godlike entities.
That's kind of what Doctor Strange does too.
Yeah, so it's this movie is responsible for broadening a lot of things that weren't present in a lot of
that's
movies.
a good point.
Yeah.
It's
how
really cool.
Guardians basically opened up space, and this opened up magic.
Yeah, this movie opened up a lot.
Yeah.
you should have a
Oh,
lot
that's
of
a
credit
good
for
point.
that.
Yeah, which means there's a lot more to this universe.
I mean, that's more
it's
of,
not
a
just
character
the typical,
archetype, right?
Iron Man, Captain America heroes. You got Guardians, you got Doctor Strange. There's more to this Marvel universe.
And also, Guardians very easily opens up Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not gonna happen. Let it go.
I was talking to Dan earlier today. I love how MCU is bringing in characters like that. I'm not all too familiar with. I'm not really a comics expert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw Silver Surfer at you at some point, and you're gonna read it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm open to it. That's what I mean. I love that these movies are making me more interested in this universe, more interested into these characters, and I think Doctor Strange did a good job of doing that. It made me more interested in the magic and mythology of this fantasy world. So yeah, really dug it for that reason.
So overall, I'd say it's good.
Oh, I wrote one more thing.
It's very
Oh
good.
my.
Oh my god.
Morrowind.
What?
What?
What? Please make a point.
When I go home, I'm gonna play Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Okay, good. So, what's your rating,
And
guys?
I'm gonna be a mage, just like Doctor Strange.
I rate it 5 magics out of 5.
5 or doing out of 5?
Perfect
No,
score.
it was-
Do whatever
No,
your rating is.
altogether, I'm gonna go 8.5.
Rate it out of Funky Fetuses.
4.5 out of 5.
4.5. Oh my gosh. I think for now, I guess I'm between an 8.5 and a 9 out of 10. Like, I don't really have a focused rating just as of now. I'm
right.
still thinking about it.
I'm gonna do like 1/5 out of
Say a number!
10 pie.
Wow.
Which means you liked it.
I
Okay,
loved
fine.
it. Cool.
Wait a second, you said 1/5 of pie?
Out of pie. We're not dividing.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean?
It's a number.
1/5 of pie or 1/5 out of pie?
Out of pie. Like 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10 or something like that.
Can someone make a flowchart?
Goodbye,
Night, everyone.
koalas.
I didn't give my rating, assholes.
What's your rating?
Out of 100?
He's a tomato meter.
Out of specifically 72.
Out of 100, probably like 77 to like 87. Somewhere around there.
Oh,
So it's passing.
It's not bad.
yeah, that's a good grade.
It's a pretty good.
Where 50's like
It's a C.
indifferent.
It's a C to a
The number that's
B minus.
exactly between 77 and 87 is 80. Was it just past?
Good. Goodbye. We were in the car. Okay, bye.
Whoa.
Harambe.